Hello and welcome. Today I'm gonna share with you guys my first ranked battle of this season. I am in the tier 6 Japanese battleship, the Fuso. This is on the map Fault Line and the team compositions are fairly standard. I asked my team whether we are going towards the B side first because usually the northern side goes to B, but the team said A. I asked if he's sure. He said yes, because usually this is kinda bad if you go A, because it's a lot more difficult to push into the cap zone. So, the entire team has to come along, otherwise it's not gonna work well. But unfortunately, a player used German, which is, fine if your allies are supposedly German, but when you say things like it doesn't matter, everyone's a noob anyway, or something along those lines. In German, when you know your allies are English, or speak English, then sorry, but I'm gonna be rather rude towards you. So, anyone who's actually German, please don't be too upset with me. Anyways, I see the enemy Fuso at 19 kilometers and I fire a salvo. Unfortunately, I aimed way too high. But I will try to dodge the Fuso's salvo that he fired in return, and I appear to have successfully done so. So neither side took damage. Well, I can't really do much here because the battleships on the enemy team are coming straight towards me. It's very difficult to hit things here, especially for significant damage. That's why I wanted to switch. It's a lot easier if you go B with your entire team. The unfortunate part is that one of our battleships, that is not me, isn't coming quite along, and one of the cruises is going off God knows where. Look at D7 on the minimap. Okay, I'm gonna go behind this island and then probably turn into A once we get a better understanding of where the enemies are on the map. Hopefully we'll be able to get at least one of the cap points. It's really weird though, because we are capping A and B, and we are actually gaining points on B, and the enemies have 3 destroyers. Anyways, I'm gonna shell that Cleveland for a bit, because, well, she is a valid target and I don't have to worry about anything else shooting me. Okay, I hit her a few times. We appear to be getting B in a moment. We are still successfully holding off A. I'm gonna slow down here so I can shoot the Oba, but I think that there might be more torpedoes coming, so I don't really want to be too far forward here. I'm gonna keep going at 1/4 speed though, because I did want to keep moving so I could actually fire properly. A nice salvo, rather lucky though, because I hit the middle of the ship. Oh my god, okay, that's kinda bad. This is kinda what I did not want to see. Luckily the torpedo was in the middle of the ship, so no flooding, don't have to waste DCP, and the damage is not that high. The Alba's engines were gone, so should be a decent salvo now. Thing is that I need to either oh my god, what the hell was that? That was some RNG screwing me. Okay, going backwards is really good right now because I can see those torpedoes from far away and I know they are going to miss because I am going in reverse. Otherwise I would have wanted to be a bit forward to fight that Fuso. I switched to the front guns with C because this Alba's engines were broken. And now I'll try to finish her off with the front guns, because those could shoot around the island. Unfortunately, I missed, so I'm gonna start going full speed ahead to get the salvo off the... Oh, never mind, somebody else finished the Oba. It was the person who was actually quite mad earlier. The unfortunate thing is that one of our ships got detonated, which is weird in ranked. You really should use the anti-detonation flag. You get so many flags in ranked that I don't see why you wouldn't use them. Especially, like, if you get detonated in a poor situation, you might just lose the game because of it. Just one ship getting detonated, and you have 7 allies. You want them to use those flags too, so I feel like it should be common courtesy to use those flags. Of course, if you don't have any, then yeah, you can't really do anything about it. Anyways, pretty sure this guy's gonna die before he rams me. By the way, I have found out what selecting a target with secondaries does. It increases the secondary accuracy. I know that somebody asked me that question on the Battleship duel video, and that's your answer. Not by that much, but it's a noticeable difference, at least in the tests that I have, or the test results I have seen. Anyways, we managed to actually stop the enemies from getting A. Unfortunately, we lost B, and we have lost all of our destroyers because my team just is not backing up. Look at that. 2 cruisers are still at D4. I am capping A alone. Our battleship is still between those 2 islands at D6 or 5-6. And that one cruiser that went off alone somewhere is still essentially in the middle of nowhere. Anyways, this Ognava is slowing down, which means he's gonna start shelling me from that goddamn smoke, and it's going to be super annoying. Fortunately, the only things enemies have left are 3 destroyers and 1 battleship. The battleship can be scary, but okay, I think we're gonna lose that cruiser. But I wanted to say that since we have so many cruisers left, we should be able to deal with the battleships.
The ship is on fire.
I've done barely anything this game. This is so annoying. I can't do anything here. I could damage control partly this, but I didn't do it exactly when I had the smoke. I mean, when the fires were up, but I noticed it now that it was 2, so I figured that I might as well use it. It's really annoying that I'm getting spotted by that 1 destroyer. But maybe I can finish the Ognava off now. I only need 2 shell hits. Wow! None hit. None! And he got 2 fires again. Jesus!
Enemy destroyer encountered.
What the hell? What? And the 3rd fire. What the hell? Oh my god! Wow, this unluck. Or well, luck for the Ognava. He got so many fires. That's amazing. Just amazing. Anyways, I don't know what the hell the enemy battleship is doing. I know that he's behind that island there, but I have no clue what the hell he's doing. They have 1 destroyer, but the destroyer can't really cap B because there's a cruiser defending it. But yeah, I mean, I guess RNGesus was feeling sorry for that Ognava for having that battleship on their team, who I don't know what the hell he's doing. I would like to find him, shoot him like once, but then I'll probably die. At this point, we're gonna win. Thing is though, that I do need to remember that our Kirov is rather low HP. The enemy Fuso is actually full HP, and I only have 10,000 HP myself. And the Fuso just killed 1 of the cruises. And there's 11 minutes left, and we are nowhere near capping out this game yet. It would be nice if we could kill that Minakaze. Well, I guess it would be nice if the Kirov could kill that Minakaze. The fortunate thing is that we do have both of the cap points. So unless the enemies like kill all of us and then take both cap points, well, okay, not all of us, but almost all of us, they could win. But honestly, if that Fuso had actually joined the fight that's on the enemy team, I think they would have won the game. Because if that Fuso had been, you know, within line of sight of either of the cap zones, like, I don't know, 2 minutes ago, he could have easily killed me, and probably the Kirov as well. But at this point, all I need to do is run the fuck away, that's it. And I don't see what the Fuso can do to me. because the Minakaze was pushed out of a position that could endanger me by the Kirov. I don't really need to worry about anything in front of me, so I can just keep sailing directly away, because I'm not gonna fight the full HP Fuso. Like, especially if I don't actually need to do so. That just seems like a very silly thing. I mean, I'm gonna shoot him, of course. He's gonna shoot me back, but hopefully he's not gonna do all that much damage to me. Because all I really need is time. We have both of the cap zones. And I mean, even if he starts capping A, I can decap. At least for long enough that he would sail through the A cap and wouldn't get it. Then he would have to slow down to not, pass through the cap zone, which means he can't really dodge anymore. Which you might think is rather silly. I mean, battleships are slow as hell. What kind of dodging is there anyway? But there is some. I mean, I guess RNG plays a bit of a bigger role, but there still is dodging. To some degree, anyway. But yeah, I guess the objective now is to just try to decap this Fuso for as long as possible. Because every moment that passes, we are getting closer to victory. I turned broadside on, more or less, to fire all of my guns. I didn't want to fire them all at once, because I wanted to pace them so that, I would get more decapping. I'm gonna turn away again, so that the Fuso can't shoot me all that much. And now I'm just gonna return to decapping. I think the Fuso is going to actually switch targets, so I'm just gonna show broadside. Because I think it's beneficial for him to shoot Kirov that's next to me. He could probably kill the Kirov. So I think it's okay if I show broadside, because I don't think the Fuso is going to shoot at me, and if he is, it means the Kirov lives for a longer time, and I think I have a higher chance of surviving this salvo than the Kirov does. Anyways, I'm gonna get behind the islands now. The thing is that we haven't seen the Minakaze for a long time, so it could be that if I keep going straight, the Minakaze might torpedo me. And that could actually end in disaster, because our Cleveland and Kirov aren't very healthy. So, like, if they suddenly kill me, and then the Fuso takes out the Kirov, they only have to kill that one Cleveland, and they could win the game. So I decide not to risk it as much and sail away from where the Minakaze was last seen. Also, if I go this way, then I will get a nice broadside possibility on the Fuso, unless she starts moving. I think Cleveland is going to try to ram the Fuso. I think it would make sense. The Fuso only has 35,000 HP, and if the Cleveland hits her, then the Fuso is dead. The thing is that it's really difficult to ram a battleship with a cruiser, because, well, I mean, battleships hurt. Oh my god. The Cleveland missed! He missed! Oh my god, he missed the Fuso, wow. Well, anyways, the Fuso's guns can't track her fast enough, so I guess the Fuso is going to switch to the... Oh, secondaries took care of it. Okay. Wow. What an impressive salvo, actually. Like, I got really good dispersion on that one. And I think the game's over at this point, although I still have to be careful. I need to sail away from where the Minakaze was seen, more or less, or at least hide behind that island. Because, also I'm gonna launch my plane, because apparently the Minakaze is inside the big cap. Still gonna need to keep going away. But the thing is that this Kirov is so low HP that the Minakaze might kill her just with guns. So I need to be incredibly careful about torpedoes. Because if I take too many torpedoes, I mean, I have 35,000 HP, so I need to take quite many of them. But it's still possible for the Minakaze to simply kill me. Although I think with the way I'm currently moving, it's rather unlikely. Because it's very difficult to torpedo somebody that's moving away from you. At least at these tiers, because the torpedo range is so short. But anyways, I'm gonna go around this island here because it appears that our Kirov friend here really wants to fight the Minakaza. Okay, HE salvo and not enough lead quite, but some of those seemed on point, but literally none of them hit. Oh well. Could have had a bit, could have led a bit more. I think it would have ended up fine then. But unfortunately, not quite enough. Anyways, the Minakaza probably shot me again. Nice jump again to the front guns to have a better idea where the shells are. And I hit one. It was an incapacitation. I have to be careful because every time I can fire my guns, the Minakaza can essentially shoot torpedoes. Fortunately, the range isn't too great, but if I keep moving towards her, it's not that hard to torpedo. However, if I have my nose pointed directly towards the Minakaza, it's very unlikely that I will take massive damage. The Kirov is likely to die though. I think it would have been smarter to just move away from the Minakaza. That is, especially for the Kirov. But unfortunately, he decided to die to the Minakaza. Well, I guess he didn't want to die, but that's what happened. Okay, this time I did hit the Minakaza and the back guns now, and Minakaza should be toast. Excellent. And we managed to kill all of them this time. Oh, rank 21. How amazing. How amazing is that? And a bunch of flags. So I actually killed 3 ships in my first match. I got fireproof and high caliber. 306,000 credits. Some shell hits, whatever. I was number 1, 2100 base experience. I think the Kirov played well. Although the end thing wasn't very good, but overall he was pretty good. That Ognavoy played really well. Or rather, he got incredibly lucky with the fires, but I guess it's part of playing well. Look at the ranks I just started. And they're all like rank 16 and 17 and 18. I didn't do all that much damage, 75,000, but I hit many different ships. Literally 6 of them. But I took a lot of damage. Look at that, 36,000 fire damage. Crazy. Anyways, I ended up making 208,000 credits after all the camouflages, consumables, etc. So yeah, this was a rather successful match for me. It was my first ranked match this season. So anyways, if you guys enjoyed this video, then please subscribe and thanks for watching.